All right, join now on location, Matt Minister, the Reverend, aka Revy, longtime caddy for Patrick Cantlay. You're at Wilmington Country Club, the BMW Championship, Delaware, baby. Thanks for your
Yeah,
time.
happy to be here.
Yeah, man. Hey, I read some of Patrick's comments about the golf course this week, and he's always a great quote. He doesn't talk a ton, but when he does, he kind of says what he's thinking.
Yep.
And, he basically said he was a bit displeased with maybe some of the tour's choice on golf course for the playoffs. Where are the Colonials? Where are the Harbor Towns? And then he just kind of said the modern architects, too, maybe aren't getting the full story. It kind of sounds like he thinks it's a bomb and gouge kind of week. I know there's more going on there than that. What are your thoughts on the golf course this week?
It is a huge property, and it's a very long golf course. I can't say he's wrong. I do think it is the longer you are, the better off you are. There are some fairways. I will say, we go to a place like Medina at 7,700 yards long, and Cays Valley, and JT shot 25 under last year. Cays Valley, really long golf course, and Patrick and Bryson shoot 27 under par. They did it two different ways. Pat set putting records. Bryson put on a driving display like no one's ever done. You come to a place like this, the fairways are tighter. And the rough is really long, so it is exactly as he described it. I mean, we come to all these new courses and it's 305 to 310 cover on every bunker. You go to the next hole, there's a bunker down the left. What's the cover on that one? It's 305 or 310. And I don't care. Every single one of these new courses we go to, it's like they look at the PGA Tour driving stats and they go, all right, well, that's where we're going to stick the bunker. And so what happens? Every hole looks the same. Mm-hmm. It's the same hole. Mm-hmm. And that's where I think he gets frustrated. Maybe some of his frustrations come out in his comments, because it's like you're just watching the same golf time and time and time again.
Right. I from what I had read about it and heard about it, they've got 3 really long par 5s, 3 really long par 3s. I guess, are you guys able to get home on any of those 5s? And then is there plans by the tour to move the tee boxes around on either of those 6 holes?
I think the tour would be in their best interest to move the tees around. And I think if I was watching this on TV, the golf course is beautiful. And I mean, it is green and it looks awesome. And, but if you want to have a good show, you're going to have to want guys to have a chance to get home in 2. I mean, the 12th hole is 640 yards with water right in front of the green. It'd be an incredible risk-reward hole, but they have a fairway that's blind to a right-to-left tee shot with a left-to-right camber. And so, I mean, almost darn near impossible to hit the fairway.
Right.
And so then you're going to have basically every guy laying up, and then it's a wedge onto a crazy sloped green. The fact of the matter is somebody's going to play really good this week and win a golf tournament.
Yep.
And I think that's sort of the art for us each week, is to try to learn, a new course. And your first look at it might look very extreme, and then we're going to go out and play the next 4 days, and by Sunday you might have it figured out.
Yeah. Well, last week there was 125 guys in Memphis. This week there's 70, actually 69, because Cam Smith's not playing. And you would think all the same caddies would be there this week that were there last week, and it's just crazy how that works in our business. And if you've done it long enough, we all kind of can share in the experience of being fired. And it's the player can't fire himself. I noticed this week Siwoo Kim's got a new looper. Juwon Kim, Thomas the Train. I mean, ground control to Major Tom, new caddy this week. Yeah. We saw what happened with Ryan Goebel and Zalatoris, and earlier this summer, Cam Young made a change. Just your thoughts being a caddy out there. I mean, we're friends with these guys. It's tough, and then there's new opportunities for some guys, and then it's crappy news for others. Just your thoughts, as a longtime looper yourself on these change-ups.
I would say you haven't really caddied on tour if you haven't been fired. Or that's something I was always told. Yeah. And so maybe it makes you feel better when it happens, but it never feels good. Yeah. The stress of golf out here now is really extreme, and I think that's why you see some of these drastic changes. And I think as the summer winds down, especially you get through the majors and you just see the stress of having to deal with all the travel and all the tournaments that you have to play. I just think these guys kind of get burnt out, and there's only one way to make themselves, feel better or feel like they've they can get something different, and that's to change the face of the guy that's standing next to them the whole time.
Yeah.
I feel terrible for every guy that gets canned, and somebody's going to take their place, and I probably know them too, and I'm going to be happy if they do well, just like last week. I mean, Ryan's a great friend that was let go by Will, and Joel's a great friend that reaped the rewards. Tough gig sometimes.
It is. Wilmington, what's the fans been like out there this week? I mean, it's a new city. I don't know. Maybe you've been there before. I had to look for it on the map. What's your vibe this week?
I was 6 states left that I've never been to, and Delaware is one of them. So now I'm down to 5. So I've never been here. I'm staying in downtown Delaware, and it's a really nice city. You can walk to dinners, and it's got a good city feel. The course is about 16 minutes outside the city, and it's beautiful. Great architecture, and you go out, it's like you leave the city and now you're out in the country, and there are no fans on site really on Monday or Tuesday, so it's pretty quiet and get a lot of work done, which we need to on a brand new golf course. And today it was great turnout for the Pro-Am, raising a lot of money for the Evans Scholars, which is fantastic, being that we're all caddies, and that's a caddy-based scholarship. And we had a great guy with us today, Joe, at Penn State University, and he was awesome. So I think a great experience for everybody today at the Pro-Am, I think.
Cool. Well, hey, thanks for checking in. We'll be tracking you this week. Good luck. And as only the BMW can do, defending champs, you guys, but in a new course. Play well this week.
Thank you very much.